Morning. Old age sucks. We're sitting in a wide spot on top of the pass waiting for my lovely missus to bring the key for the bulldozer up here. Oh, I have key procurement and we're up here on the job. What I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna come about halfway up this station here and start right about there and go that way, back up, go over here, kick it over and go that way and get those edges out, and then I'm going to start in the same place and go this way for the other way around there and just see where we end up. I got a shovel and I think I got a tape measure, and as soon as we do that, I'm going to do some depth checks all around to kind of make sure we're in a good spot. And yeah, I got a tape measure. Make sure we're in a good spot there, roll it in, and be ready to hopefully start hauling the top course on this here next week. 5 hours late on breakfast and I'm feeling it. Bunch of people are gonna laugh at me for doing this with a tractor. You just wait. Watch you'll learn. You gotta make do with what you got. I got the rake kicked over to where it's gonna windrow. And that's not the most important part. I also have it adjusted. If you look at my top link, it sucked pretty much all as far in as I can get without the quick connect coming back and hitting the machine. And what that does, if you look at this angle right here, if you look down it, they're pretty much right at the right at where it's not going to cut. If I take that and I move it back, what these are going to start to do is they're going to start to cut material. I don't want them to cut material. What I want them to do is I just want them to kind of move it over. I don't want to cut down in at all. I just want to move it around. So that's a very important thing when you're working with these kind of attachments and blades, is that the farther that thing comes down, the more it's going to cut in the material. The farther it goes up like this, the less it's going to cut, and just the more it's going to move around. That's you know, a grader is the same way. If you get on a big 14G or anything, the blade does that exact same deal. And that's the reason why sometimes a bulldozer isn't the right tool for the job, is because the bulldozer, you cannot control what the blade does this way. On the bigger ones you can, but on like that D5 you can't. So I'm gonna make my first pass down the inside of the stakes. Going down, I'm gonna back up, kick the blade around to where it goes like that, go down that side, and then I might remove the stakes. The other thing that's really important, I got a level set up here. It's extremely important that your attachment is level. The machine's not 100% level, but you know, it's as close as you're really gonna get. You want that to be level with the machine. That way, whatever the machine's doing, you can do. Now, if we were trying to crown it, I'd have that thing to where it was like this way, because I want it to move material up. But all right, make the first pass. Pardon me while I eat my sandwich. So, you can see what that did there on just one pass each side. We got a nice windrow kicked up against the stakes. What I'm going to do now is just go down that one more time on each side, and I'll move that material out past those stakes. stink bugs are everywhere. Now we're straight and just dragging material along behind us. So put that down, and where it slightly grabs, we'll pull it up just a little bit more there, and just take off. You see what it's doing is it's grabbing the high spot and cutting it, draining it off a little bit. I don't really want to go moving too much material, I just want to make it flat. Really hear it digging in back there now. Yeah, digging in good to that high spot. Fanning it out on either side. right, so it's rolled in, and grab the shovel and go down through here and make a couple of holes and look at some depth. And then I think Monday morning I'm going to be going to get at least a load of rock. So I'm going to load up and get out of here for the day. I know what I need to do now. I bring that thing back on Monday, and I get a load of rock for right here, but I'm also going to bring my Gannon box and scrape this back. I got to push that rock over that way a little bit and then pull this dirt up, and go from there. If I can fighting the stink bugs right now. I got a really good idea what we got going on with this thing. It's good on depth from there all the way down to just before the hammerhead. Right down before the hammerhead, it gets really thin. And I'm honestly at a loss for why it's thin down through there, because it's maintaining the same grade all the way down. And when we graded it, you see in the other video, if we'd ever be able, as in the other video, it was tabletop flat. It maintained the same grade all the way down through there. So in theory, if I'm maintaining 4 to 5 inches from right there, right in here, down to the hammerhead, it should be 4 to 5 inches all the way down there. But the closer to the hammerhead it gets, the thinner it gets. And I'm not understanding why it's doing that. The only thing I can think of is that this material up here, the dirt, is like a sandy loam. It's a soft dirt. And what I'm thinking is going on is that we had it flat and we compacted it flat. But over the course of the last 5 days, hauling that thing right there, loaded down at dang near 50,000 pounds, I'm thinking the ground down underneath is starting to do this, because we just weren't able to get compaction with the little roller. And the thing of it is that there's no holes down there that we filled in, because we took it clear down to load-bearing soil. There's no holes down there that when we graded, we were filling in holes. We made it flat with grade, the natural contour of the ground all the way down there. So what I'm thinking is that there's a bunch of soft spots down through there. Like maybe instead of the sod being like 5 inches thick, as it was 8 inches thick, and we took the 5 inches off, but there's still 3 inches of sod down there that's trying to take it up. About what I'm thinking. I think it's in the ground. It's not in our road base at all. So I've seen that happen a time or two. You just got to keep throwing rock at a certain spot until you finally get it to where it's fine and dandy. So I have to bring in another load of rock for down there and smear it around a little bit and use it to widen out that hammerhead. And then I'm also gonna have to put a load of rock right here to kind of make this happy going through here. Like I said, I'm gonna bring the Gannon box up and just kind of shove this stuff here back a little bit, and then just pull this right up into there, and then put the rock back over the top of it and go on that. So 2 loads of this 3-inch on Monday morning, and I think the base is going to be done. It's going to be close enough to where I think we'll get a passing grade.